Hello Taurus, welcome to Tarot Predictions, and this is going to be a reading for you guys which is going to cover the full moon in Taurus period of time that is valid for 3rd to 17th of November. The first card showing up the topic of this month, that is going to be Six of Pentacles. So let's put it that way, guys. During this 2 weeks period of time, you're going to show to the world how generous in fact you are. This is because you Taurus are going to realize that having wealth is just not enough. I mean, wealth only counts when you actually share it with something. And the true meaning, true value of your wealth, that could be, your money, resources, time, if you want to say it that way, love as well. Doesn't have to be something material, guys. It does worth something when actually you have someone to share it with, or you do share it with other people. That being said, what was I about to say? That being said, however, you have to be very careful because there are quite thin line here, guys. I mean, you should not break the chain of hierarchy when we're talking about that. What I mean is that even though you share wealth, even though you help people most likely during this period of time, you need to remind those people where they stand exactly. So in other words, everybody needs to know its place beneath the sun, and even though it does receive help from someone which is higher than them in the hierarchy, they should not trespass that kind of limit. In other words, they should not take you for granted, nor you should take somebody else for granted. You also need to measure your help very well, and in a way that you need to give it in a such proportion so it does not leave the full burden of these people. What I mean is that you should help just as much so you make their life easier, but in the same time your help should not extend to the levels where you actually deal with their difficulties on their behalf. In other words, you need to leave them to deal with their own difficulties, but you can support them, what is the word here? You can support them collaterally, outside, so they don't feel that, so they don't have that tremendous struggle on their behalf. The next card shows what you will struggle against, or the things you need to overcome. That is going to be the Five of Cups. So you're going to struggle with your emotions and with your feelings, and to be more accurate with that, Taurus, is you will struggle being true to your emotions and to your feelings. That being said, looking at this card as well with these two cards, there are going to be people which are trying to abuse your kindness. Don't fall for that, guys. It's not going to serve you any favor. One more thing about this card, what I like to say is that sometimes during this period of time, things are not exactly going to work out the way you are expecting them to work out. In another sense, you will overvalue certain things, and so you realize after that you are wrong by putting such a big value into these things. That will disappoint you. It's going to implant a sense of loss within you. However, it's not going to deprive you from your sense of personal integrity, and from your what was I about to say here? Personal self-respect. It is what I mean. Personal dignity is not going to deprive you from that. You are going to recognize that kind of a mistake you did, and you will take the complete responsibility, if we can say that word as well, and that standing tall, taking up that responsibility of the things you did or overlooked, is going to put you in a very, very favorable place in the eyes of others. The next card is going to be your aims. As we're talking in the eyes of others, we do have the Eight of Wands, and as a follow-up of the other two cards, there is only one thing to be said. Your aims should be to be in harmony regarding, you know, interactions and communications with every single one of you, with every single one which is, you know, dragged into your matters, which is taking part of your activities, which is taking part of your projects, for example, in your work, which is taking part in your love affairs and so on. In other words, guys, you need to be able to have that acute sense of the human nature and take advantage of it, make the most of it. Okay. The next card for you, Tauruses, is going to be the lesson you need to learn. Talking about responsibilities, guys. This is the Nine of Swords. Okay. So, well, how can I place it in words? The lesson here is a little bit tough. Okay. And the lesson virtually says for you people that the sense of fear or the sense of the world is laying on your shoulders. It is not imaginary, but as a matter of fact, it's the only way how you can prove better to the world. So that being said, guys, you should not be afraid of failure, because only the fear of failure can force you to fail, or can you know, drag you to that kind of precipitous slope, which is going to be your downfall. So don't be afraid to do steps moving forward. Don't be afraid to show that you do care for other people. Don't be afraid to show that you do have emotions, or that you do, you know, have sympathies towards something. The only thing that this makes you, showing these things, is that it makes you human. And last but not least, we do have the energies. That will be the Knights of Pentacles for you guys. These energies are very, how can I place it in words? They are very stoic energies. Okay, they are energies which are slowly moving, but in the same time energies which are attracting towards you the very, very substantial things, the essence of what makes you want to live, the essence of what makes you, you know, want to continue on forward. That being said, guys, with these energies that you do have, you have to be very careful what you create, because what you create is going to during this 2 weeks period of time, of course, is going to be long lasting. And on that note, you really need to be aware and true to yourself what you truly want for your future development and for oneself. So that was your tarot reading, Taurus, for the full moon in Taurus, your full moon period of time. And if you find this video remotely helpful, guys, please give it a thumbs up, and also you can subscribe for the channel. In case you do want a personal reading, you can always purchase one at www.tarotpredictions.net, which is written here in the description of this video. And as soon as you do so, we are going to schedule an appropriate time for both of us. In case you do want to support this channel, guys, you can always make a subscriptions as well. The link for making subscriptions is also written in the description of this video, and by following it, you are going to take the full description of what you're gonna get back for making a subscription. So I wish you the best of luck, Tauruses, in this couple of weeks period of time, and we're gonna see each other around, I hope. Bye.